All right, welcome back everybody. My name is Eddie here at the Tint Factory located in Oakland, California with 10 years of window tint and vinyl wrap experience. In today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys what tools you need to wrap your own car at home by yourself. Step 1, wash the car. Regular wash, power wash would be great, but if you can't do it, regular wash with the hose, soap, call it a day. Next, clay bar. We use our slip solution. This is gonna just be regular soap and water and clay bar the whole car. For those of you that don't know what clay bar is taking off the impurities on top of your clear coat, any little rocks that get stuck to the paint. You wanna take all that down so that when you lay your wrap, it's nice and smooth.
I have a question for you, Eddie.
Yeah.
Let's say you do everything right, but somebody at home misses like a little pebble or this and that. Will it really show or depends on the vinyl?
It absolutely shows. Depends on the vinyl. If there's vinyls that are a little bit thicker that kind of hide it, but if there's any rocks or chips or dust, dirt, whatever it is behind it, it's gonna show. Aside from that, if you have any oils or you have any rubber that's inside of the fender wells, your wrap's not gonna stick. So three main reasons why vinyl doesn't stick. You overstretched it, it has oil, or it has water. Any of those three things, or combine them all together, is a mixture for disaster. But if you are interested in learning how to vinyl wrap or window tint, we also provide you guys with a school where you guys come in, full hands-on training, and get you trained. Send us a message. Links down below. We clay bar the car. Next, we're gonna alcohol. Alcohol takes off waxes, coatings, anything that the paint has that's not gonna let the wrap stick. Oils inside the fender wells or anything like that, the alcohol will cut that down so that we're able to wrap and let the wrap stick. All right, third thing, tack cloth. Tack cloths are very important. Even though you clean off with the clay bar, you clean off with alcohol, tack rags take off the tiny little specks that are still floating in the air and they're just dropping into your panel. So the tack cloth should be the last thing you use right before you install your piece. So you clay bar, you alcohol, and you're ready to do your installation right before you come in and you drop in your vinyl, tack cloth, throw it to the side and come in and tack it. This, like I said, all your little micro things that are in the air dropping into your body, this here is gonna take it off. And this here, actually not a lot of people use it. This just came in through, who told me about this? My painter. My painter told me that this is what they use before they start spraying a car. Tried it and the results have been amazing. All right, our next one, squeegees. There's so many squeegees out in the market. Honestly, find what works for you, which one you like, and stick to it. Everyone has their own preference on firmness. They like some that bend a little bit wider, shorter. It depends, whatever you like. Me personally, I like this angled one. It takes a little bit more surface area than your regular size squeegee, which is usually a 4-inch. So me personally, I like this one here. Aside from that, your buffer. You need to make sure that your buffer is nice and clean, unlike this one. But if you go in with a dirty buffer or a buffer that has particles or little rocks on it and you go into your vinyl, it's gonna scratch your vinyl. Yes, we've done it ourselves. So be careful with your buffer. And this here is replacement buffers. This pretty much just take it off, replace this, so you have a nice clean buffer at all times when you're doing your vinyl wrap job. And believe me, there's so many buffers out there. There's so many squeegees. Find what works for you and stick to it. There is no, oh, this is not the right squeegee. Just find what works for you and stick to it. Personally, I love banana buffers. No, they don't pay no ads for us. They should, but banana buffers, to me, they're the best. They last a very long time. And they don't leave any residue on your squeegee when you're trying to take it off, like some of those cheap Amazon ones that you find on there, which we've used. Next, we have our blade. Again, blade holder doesn't really matter. What really matters is what blades you're using. We use a cheap blade holders because we have a total of 5 guys working here, and at any point, these blades, it's like lighters. It's not something that you do on purpose, but you throw them in your pocket and you go home and you forget about it. Now they end up on your uncle's couch and they're gone. So we usually use the cheaper ones. We just make sure to use nice blades inside. And for blades, I would recommend NT cutters. NT cutters, you can find them on Amazon, you can find them on Fellers. Good blades, they last a while. Use them, good blades. Next, we're gonna be talking about our pick sticks. Obviously, there's a lot of different style pick sticks, firmness, the shape of them. There's so many, but I'm specifically gonna be talking about this one. This here is my favorite tool. I like the black one because it's firm. So if you go in, so say these crevices here, we could push in firmly, and come check it out. So say we have like our vinyl here that's still flapping up, we could go in firmly and press this in, just like this. So this here is my favorite and has a magnet, so you don't lose it while you're working. Right, next, our good old friend, knifeless tape. This here will save your car's paint from having scratches and blades cuts and all that bad stuff that you don't want to have on your car. I've seen so many vinyl wrappers going and doing wraps without knifeless tape. It's not the end of the world if you know the pressure point that it requires for you to cut through your vinyl. But this here is the safest way. Cut your vinyl with some knifeless tape and you don't have to go in with a blade to the car. 3M knifeless tape, Amazon, Fellers, again, you can find it pretty much on any vinyl wrap distributor. So knifeless tape, you pretty much lay it, and in the middle of the tape, it has a string that when you retract the string, it cuts through your vinyl, and that's it. That's pretty much all it does. It cuts the vinyl for you.
What?
Yeah, sure, come on. I'll show you an example. All right, so what we'll do, we'll just lay out our knifeless tape. You know, you could do whatever design you want, doesn't matter. You'll bring in your piece of wrap and put it, you know, say we squeegeed this all out already. This is part of our hood and this is, I don't know, a stripe. What we do, we pull this back, and you know, I've been teaching for quite some years, and this part here, as far as teaching how to snap the knifeless, is one of the hardest parts for me to teach during my classes. So what we usually do, we'll grab it with one hand, with the opposite hand, we'll stop it here, fold it onto itself. Now I'm gonna tug this off. Very important, you wanna do it in a tugging motion. So you wanna go in and snap it once, because if you go in and pull slowly, all you're gonna do is pull the green tape off, and it's not gonna pull off your string. So what we do, pull back, hold it, tug, and what we do, you see how you have the string coming out through the center?
Oh,
and then we
the
get, we get to our vinyl, and again, same thing, we want to give it a tug. You don't want to go slow, because we'll show you in the next one, but what happens is it goes into your vinyl slowly, just like that.
What? Nice.
Then just make sure you take off both of your strings, come back in with your finger, and tag that in place. Last but not least, our heating elements. We have either a heat gun or a torch. What do you prefer? Always comes down to you. Here, we use a mixture of both. We use a torch, we want instant heat, we need to be getting through it, or we'll use the heat gun if we're gonna be post-heating the vinyl, or if we're gonna be laying out and glassing a back bumper, front bumper, or whatever big panels, we try to stick to our good old heat gun. Really depends what you're doing on that specific job, or in that panel.
Now, for someone who's never done wrap, they wanna get into it, a blowtorch Seems really intimidating.
Yeah, if you're starting off, you're newer to it, stay with a heat gun. Heat gun is gonna give you the same heat results as a torch. It's just the torch is gonna just be instant. All you gotta do is press a button and the flame is out. This, you have to give it 3 to 5 seconds for it to warm up, and then you can go and use it. So it really depends what you're wrapping, what you're working on, and what skill level you have. But this, don't be too scared of it. You get used to it. Use it. But most importantly is the vinyl. If you're going out and you're using some China brand, some eBay brand, more than likely it's gonna be very difficult to work with. It's gonna be unmalleable. It's not gonna want to stick in certain areas, or it's gonna stick too much. So starting off, the correct vinyl. If you're starting, this is your first wrap, stick to Avery Dennison, stick to 3M. Those are the two major suppliers, or the two major brands that are very easy to work with. They have the longest reputation out of any of the brands. 3M, Avery Dennison, and they're very easy to work with. It's my two favorite brands, but I don't stop there. We also use Oracle, or KPMF, we use Hexus, whatever the clients want. Sometimes colors are specifically to only some brands. So if that's the case, such as this color, we'll go for it. We'll use other brands, but still using good brands. Stay away from all those eBay, if you're finding it on a specific website where it's only that vinyl, it's probably not the best vinyl. I always say, if it's not on Metro Restyling or on Fellers.com, you probably shouldn't be ordering it. Well, there you go, guys. That's pretty much all the tools that you need to install your vinyl on your own at home, minus, the disassembly tools. That is a whole other video. Stay tuned, you guys, and we'll talk about that on the next one. And again, you guys, if you guys want to learn how to vinyl wrap, window tint, or anything that we do here in-house, send us a message. Let's get you started. Links down below.